Okay, so this is my morning stack. This is the amount of supplements and 2 more on my daughter's hand. And then a mix from Brian Johnson. And that's pretty much what I take every morning. So this is like turmeric. What she's holding on is turmeric and a bunch of other stuff. And I think this is like red yeast or something like that. Yeah, I can't remember everything. We have fish oil. And then we have like some multi-vibes, NAC. And then this is actually interesting. This is actually from Seed. It's a probiotic that is it's like a 2 capsule in one. So it's the outer layer is like it's basically like a prebiotic. It's like fiber, so it's non-digestible and it will survive the stomach acid. And then inside there will be an inner capsule for the probiotic. So the probiotic actually ends up in the gut instead of being destroyed by the stomach acid. I personally tried a lot of different like supplements, and I really just like how I feel. This is like supplements that I feel it really works and it makes me feel good. Yeah.
How about her?
Yeah, I'll carry her. Come, Ella. Daddy carry you? Ayah.
Why are you wearing this one?
Oh, because it's like a warmer for me before my gym. Daddy open for you? Oh, you open for yourself? Okay. Yeah. Okay, you wanna can't kiss here because we don't want him to shoot. See you, Ella. See you. Kiss. Alright, so usually after I send my kids to school, I will be going to the gym, and these are some of the things I'm preparing. So right now I'm on the last week of my 8-week extended 13 weeks cut. So thanks, Preston. So some of the things I do, very simple stuff. I will be taking a pre-workout. So I like this brand because it's just how it tastes. And the ingredient is pretty good. And then I'll mix in with this thing called Super Carbs. So under the advice of my dear friend Preston, he's recommending me to take more carbs basically during my workout period. And I do see a lot fuller pump and a much higher, much more energy working out when I'm in the gym. Secret of the Good Marriage. Have you seen those?
Don't open the bottle.
Have you seen those viral videos? It's a secret of good marriage. The woman can open themselves, but then they pass it to the husband. So we just send our kids to school, and normally after that, if I have no meetings in the morning, I'll be going to the gym, get about 90 minutes workout before returning back home, washing up, and then that's where I will be working more. I'll be having most of my meetings on Zoom. Usually it's just clients meetings or coaching calls, or I'll be meeting my team to go through certain planning and ideas before I end my day at around 5 p.m. where we will go and pick the kids again. All right, so I'm also around one last week left before my 100 days sabbatical leave from work. So I'll be taking about 100 days away from work, not going to be working at all, so that I really take some time to rest and take some time to spend time with family, take some time to spend time for myself actually. I really do believe that we are in a culture of hustling and working hard, outworking your competitors, and there's nothing wrong. There's a time and season for that, but there's very little emphasis on rest in today's world. So I've been working for the past 16 years without any long break, and I'll be taking these 100 days off so that I can really recharge and also seek God for a bigger vision for my business. So right now I'm on a last week my cut, and I've lost. I think the last 3 months I've lost 8 kg. So overall, still feeling good. It's just that I think my strength level has decreased slightly. Although my trainer has told me that it's usually psychological rather than physical. So yeah, but I've been kind of stuck with my weight. I used to be at 30, but doing 27 right now because just feeling generally more tired than when I was on my bulk. Yeah.
What's all this?
Okay, so this is Whoop. This is more of like a whole day tracker. It's not just a workout tracker. So it's a sleep tracker, recovery tracker, and all that. But Apple Watch is, I mean, I can technically wear this to sleep, but it's very big and bulky. So this is more for like tracking workout and like my everyday stuff as a digital smartwatch.
Which is better?
I personally think Whoop is better. It's just much more comfortable to wear throughout the day. And I don't even need to take it out because even the charger, it's like a separate portable charger that I can just attach to it. Then once I'm done charging, I can take it out, right? But Apple Watch is like you have to take it out, you have to charge. So it's not as convenient. One element about Whoop, right, is that they introduced something that was very interesting, the social aspects, where they create this community where you can have like a leaderboard, like ranking competition against your friends. So you can do it like, for example, for Singapore, there's like a Whoop community, and then you can like track who has the highest recovery, who has the highest sleep. So I think it's because of that leadership and community aspects. It makes people compete against each other, and it basically brings in a social element and that social value. And I think that's the reason why Whoop has been taking over.
Why compete?
Yeah, so I think that's the reason why when you are building a business, you need to have community, because when you are selling just a product, when people are just buying a product, they can just switch the product anytime there's a better or cheaper product. But when you sell a community, you are selling a sense of belonging, and that's selling identity. That's the core of what we are all buying. So when you are selling identity, it's much harder for people to switch from one product to another product. What I can say is I can attest to what Jimmy has said. It's about being consistent, and I think the other thing is also sometimes, right? If you feel like, hey, I want to go to the gym and it takes me 60 minutes, it can feel very overwhelming. But sometimes it's just telling yourself, okay, I'm just going to go for 5 minutes or 10 minutes. Like it might seem illogical to go to gym for 5 minutes or 10 minutes, right? But the truth is that it's still better than nothing. So a lot of times just convincing ourselves the first step. But you know what's the magical part? Once I come to the gym, I start working out 5 minutes. Once I start working out 5 minutes, then there's the momentum that Jimmy just talked about, right? The momentum comes in and you're like, you know what? Now I'm enjoying it. Maybe I'll go another 5 minutes, another 10 minutes. And then, you may subconsciously work out for 40 minutes instead of just 5 minutes, right? Then you celebrate that 5 minutes. At least you turn up, because it's all about celebrating small wins. And one last thing is tying back to why we are doing this Celebration Friday. The reason why we even have this in the first place is for you guys to celebrate the wins, right? Because we tend to be more negative people than positive, right? When there's 10 things going well in your life, you forget about that, and we tend to be people that focus on that one thing that is not going well in our life, right? And then we become ungrateful or not appreciative, right, of the things that is going well. So then you focus on more of the positive in your life, and definitely have a better outlook, and generally you'll be a much happier person compared to just what's not going well in my life. Okay, so now I'm actually very privileged and very blessed to be able to come to the gym, have more flexible timing, especially during work hours, because I have a great team and capable people that is basically running most of the operation and handling most of the meetings. And at the same time, they will be able to tap on my strength, which is idea creation and creativity. So for example, if they were to plan a client's project, I'm usually involved in the initial stage where I'm planning the direction and the creative part and setting the vision for each of the project, and then the team will run with it. There's a need for proper company culture and cadences. And that's the reason why earlier I was actually in the meeting called Celebration Friday. So every Friday, we do an alternate week of Celebration Friday and Culture Friday, where we talk about the company culture, our core values, our mission and vision. And we talk about that almost every 2 weeks because people need to be reminded more than they need to be taught. And so I'll repeat the same thing, but it's important that they are reminded about our company culture, about our company values, and what it takes to stay in this company. And then we have Celebration Friday, where we really believe that people tend to focus on the negative things, and even if there are 10 things that is going well in our life, they tend to zero in that one thing that's not going well. And so Celebration Friday is all about coming to this meeting and sharing what's their, not just work wins, but personal wins that they can feel proud of, that they can celebrate, even if it's small wins, like, hey, I went to the gym for 5 minutes. And so by doing that, we set a culture where people focus on the positive rather than on the negatives. How should I sit? A bit forward, lean back. Lean back. Sure. Okay. Hey everyone, it's Gabriel here, and it's been a long time since I posted any video. And the reason why I decided to post this video is because I'm going on a 100-day sabbatical, and I'm not going to be working for at least 100 days. So this is more like a video of how I'm preparing, more of what I'm doing on a day-to-day basis before I prepare for this sabbatical. And one of the reasons why I also want to post this video is because I want to inspire more people to go on a break when they need to. The world has focused so much on hard work and on striving about hustling and grinding. And although there's a time and space for that, there is very little emphasis on rest. And I want to be able to talk more about that. And so this is a video on how I'm preparing for my sabbatical and how I'm preparing for this rest and how I'm preparing for my company to be able to run itself during the 100 days that I'm not working. Why am I deciding to take this sabbatical? Is because I'm deciding to take a really long break and really trusting God during this period to rest. Again, the world doesn't emphasize a lot on rest, but rest is really needed. So let's just have a comparison, right, between two person, one who's resting once in a while and the other person who's not resting at all. For example, if someone is working 8 hours, 7 days a week, okay, in 1 year, he'll probably be working around 4,900 hours. While someone who is taking 1 day off, okay, at least 1 day off out of the week, that means only 8 hours multiplied by 6 days. In 1 year, he'll work about 4,500 hours. So technically, the first person would be working at least 400 to 500 hours more than the second person. However, it is proven in today's research and what people have found out is that the second type of person, right, the one who's working 500 hours or 400 hours lesser, actually get to produce more. Because it's not just about the quantity in terms of hours you put in, it's also the effectiveness in that hour itself, right? Because every one of us, as we are working, there's this kind of like a curve where as you work, right, you are more and more productive, but as the longer you work, you get less and less productive, and your productivity kind of just still off the longer you work. And whenever we rest, we actually get to recharge and get a chance for us to then produce more, right? So instead of going through the curve, you rest, it allows you to then go through another curve, and that allows you to produce way more than just working non-stop, okay? Now, this is true on a weekly basis, on a monthly basis. That's why once in a while, you have holiday seasons where you take time off. Once a week, we should be taking at least 1 day off out of a week. And there's also this principle. In fact, the word sabbatical or the concept of sabbatical actually came from the Bible. It came from in ancient Israel, where God actually commanded the Israelites every 7 years to take 1 year off and rest the land, because everyone was farmers back then, and to take 1 year off, to trust God, to take one year off and to basically rest the land. And whenever they do that, right, it actually said in Leviticus that God would command the blessing for them to be able to produce 3 years more on the 6 years, because on the seventh year they're going for the rest. So on the 6th year, they will actually, if God can see that they have it in their heart to rest, they would be able to produce 3 years more of blessing, so that on the 7th year they actually have more than enough to rest. And so again, the concept of rest is that it is biblical, spiritual, and it's rooted in biblical principles. But even today, science and research have shown that when someone rests, they are able to be more recharged and able to do more and be more effective. So I realized that after 16 years of working non-stop, I have not had a long break. And this time around, I'm gonna be trusting God for 100 days to not be working and to trust God to basically give me a new vision during these 100 days. And again, allow myself to rest, allow myself to recharge, spend more time with family, and allow my team to take over the business.